This is a test to see what the sound is like in this room. What happens when I look right here? I think I'm gonna see what happens if I look there. Okay, so being an RA is wild. It's wild. If you told me that I was going to be an RA 2 years ago, I would have thought you were crazy. I didn't even want to go to college. If you asked me my senior year, I was telling everyone that I was not going to go to college. I was telling everyone that I was going to take a gap year. I was telling everyone that it was overrated and just stupid. Who would even go to college? I mean, it's just a glorified summer camp. And so when I did make the decision to come to the University of Vermont, it wasn't really so much for the academics. It was just because I wanted to get out of my town and away from my parents and just away from everything that I had been living with for the past 4 years. And so when I got here, I just immersed myself in academics only. I took 18 credits. I didn't really sleep. I didn't really hang out with anybody. I was in my room most weekends. And it just really was an unhealthy cycle that I was living. And really, what I craved the whole time was just a community, was just a group of people that I could hang out with. And so I feel like I am someone who has very strong interpersonal skills. I can talk to people very easily and make friends quickly. So naturally, I just thought, you know what, I don't really have a lot of friends, so I'm just going to apply to be an RA. And that's what I went into the position going as. I'm going to build community and be friends with my residents. But when I got the position, I learned that being an RA, there's so much more than just being a friendly face. Being an RA means being a face of residential life, being a role model, being someone that has influence over people. And once I realized that being an RA has so many implications, it totally changed my outlook on the job. Being an RA has given me a sense of purpose that I really was missing. And just being someone that people look to it's a humbling experience. And nothing makes me happier than when a resident comes up to me and asks me for advice, or asks me if I want to get ice cream with them, or asks me what activities we're going to do next. It makes you feel like you're part of something bigger. And I think that's really what all of Res Life is just trying to get at, is that to make you realize that you really are part of something bigger. And especially at a large school like UVM, about 10,000 undergrad, it's very easy to just feel like a number. But in your community, in your res hall, in your little section, you are somebody. You are a name, and you are a personality, and that's just what's so amazing about this job. And you talk to other RAs, and sometimes they'll say that the hardest part of this job is being on duty, or staying up late filling out an IR, or just working a weekend that you don't want to, or being in a staff meeting from 9 to 11 on a Monday when you have a test the next day. But really, the hardest part about this job for me is remembering that it's a job. I just get so invested in my residents, and it's just so easy to always do more and always keep going, because you are part of something greater than yourself. Being an RA has allowed me to meet so many people that I probably never would have been able to talk to if I was just being a depressed resident in a different res hall. I try to go out of my way to say hi to different people, and really it's broadened my horizons to so many different perspectives. And I think that is just something that's awesome about res life, is that you're trying to just understand and take people for where they are, and accepting them for who they are right in that moment, and just working with them to understand and then be understood. And I think that's just a key theme that presents itself time and time again in restorative practices, in meetings with your supervisors, in interactions with other staff in this building, is just to listen and engage before trying to come up with a solution.
Looking to the future, there's still a lot of work to be done. This semester, I've been trying to take my role in the wellness environment more seriously. I've been going to the gym with one of my residents every morning at 6 a.m. It's a great way to start the day breaking a sweat when most people are sleeping. Exiting the gym to see the sunrise over the Green Mountains, then drying off with a large plate of fruits and vegetables for breakfast. After my rounds of going from class to class and meeting up with friends to study, I'm out trying to help spread vegan awareness with my club, Green Mountain Veggies. We've been doing well booking events and are scheduled to be approved in the coming weeks. When I come back to the building in the evening, I like to sit down with my residents and reflect on how our days went and what we are doing to reach our goals. Balancing all these roles takes some serious scheduling, and I honestly wouldn't be able to do it without the discipline that being an RA forces me to have. Of course, it hasn't always been perfect. Sometimes the job forces me out of my comfort zone, and mistakes happen. Yet it amazes me how much my character has developed over the past 6 months. Given the opportunity to be an LRA would allow me to continue this self-work, not just in communication and time management, but in diversity, with checking my biases, with expanding my worldview. Because even on a campus that promotes inclusivity and acceptance, there are still issues and battles to be won. However, all the nuances aside, the one thing that will keep me coming back to this job is the incredible sense of love and kindness that have made this house my home.